So the latest build video we're going to do for you guys is a Landcruiser 79. We've got Tom here.
Hey
Tom
guys.
is the GCI Traytec sales manager. He's going to jump in on this video to basically run through the things that I usually do and also to make sure I don't say epic. All right, so if I say epic, Tom's going to jump in and tell me off because I've had enough of that word. You guys had enough of that word. I need to get a new word, so let's get into it. All right, so we're at the back of the car here. So Tom, run us through what sort of features the GCI Traytec tray have at the very end of the tray.
All right guys, well firstly, obviously, we can always, with any ute vehicle, we can have the tunnel drawer coming through the rear. Now this particular customer, he's optioned the 1200 long tunnel drawer, which is the longest possible. With the 79 series utes, dual cabs, it's possible to have the longest tunnel drawer with the largest water tank that we do for domestic vehicles. So that's what this customer's optioned. Obviously he's optioned the stainless steel flip top bench as well. So obviously not only do you have the drawer, but you've got a bench, so you've got a workstation, a drink station, whatever you want to make it into, which is perfect. These lock in place, so once you've pulled it fully out, then you're not going to be worried about any movement whatsoever for that. So you can do exactly what you need. Obviously the tie down rail on our trays comes all the way around here. So regardless of whether you're on the sides or regardless of whether you're on the rear, you've always got a tie down point handy on a GCI Traytec tray. This particular vehicle, obviously 79 series, no reverse sensors on those. So you'll see there's no additional holes here for them. But on anything like Ranger, Hilux, American trucks that do have them, obviously that's something that we do as standard. Obviously 79 series now do actually come with cameras straight from the factory. So we've got our little bracket here ready and waiting. So we basically just find the optimum place to put that so you can still use your reverse camera.
There you go. Whoa! How epic was that? Woo!
Absolutely epic.
good.
Alright guys, so that's the construction of this Toyota 79 series complete. Time for the walk around, let's get into it. So one of the big features we do on the 79s, the high flow diesel filler. So basically this is 2-inch pipe from the filler all the way down to the tank. The biggest advantage is you can go to the truck diesel pump and the high flow truck diesel goes all the way in and you can go full flow, no splashback. Even when it gets to the very top and it fills up, and basically there's fuel that comes up the overflow pipe, there's a baffle in there that returns it back down the tube. So no matter what, you're not gonna get any fuel coming out. So it's a really cool little feature. Standard drop down sides on this unit. So we have the flush locks, you pull them down, and that's how you drop the sides down. With the checker floor and also the headboard, we make sure that there's no rattle throughout the tray. So it's a premium product, so we make sure there's nothing, no sort of metal or metal contact. So I can literally whack this as hard as you want. Same with the window protector, nothing's gonna rattle because there's foam tape in between any sort of metal connection surface, that or a 3M adhesive tape. So no matter what you do to it, ain't gonna rattle. So with the 79s again, the spare wheel doesn't fit underneath the tray. So it's the only ute we do, which you can't keep the spare wheel underneath. If you go for a space saver, of course you can, but realistically, you're not going to. So we have to relocate it onto the headboard. So this is the spare wheel holder. It is the same unit that goes in the back of the canopy. So we have the structural member that runs across through here in the headboard and also top and bottom. So it's a super rigid design. And then if you do option for a canopy, you don't need to buy another one because it's the same unit, you pop it on the back. All right, so yeah, as I said, these are the flush locks. These are standard in all GCI Traytec products. So you go up, it's an over center latch, but it's all internal. So there's no external over center latch. So that's all it is to undo it. And it pulls a plunger down. Rear toolboxes, same again, slide out. Just got to overcome the vacuum in there. There's quite a bit. So you can hear that suction as it opens up. So basically, as you close it up, there's a seal here. So it's all box-in-box construction. It's as watertight as you're going to get. So to close them, you just got to lean on a little bit and then you can hear the air hiss out of the lock. So before we send these units, we smoke test them. Basically that means we get a smoke machine, we fill the whole box up with smoke, pressurize the box, and where the smoke comes out, the water comes in. The smoke comes out of the handle. So the weakest point in all these boxes is the handle, so it's perfect. So the powder coat on this tray is a Textura black. So basically the Textura, it's got a slight texture to it, hence the name Textura, but it's a scratch resistant paint and it also doesn't hold the dust as well and it cleans super easy. So it's sort of what we ideally try to offer the customer. There's obviously lots of powder coat colors. We've got the full Dulux and Interpon range, but there is 7 Textura colors we like to stick to. Black's the most popular, then the Bass, which is the charcoal, and also the white. So they're the 3 colors we like to stick to, but there's also lots of other options within the Textura scratch resistant range. So it's a really, really good way to finish a top quality product. At the rear of the tray, we mentioned before the sensors, the reverse camera. This is the final product, so I won't go through that again. Under tray drawer, you have 2 over center latches and you can pull it out. This one's got the stainless bench, so that's an option there. You don't lose any volume or it doesn't add or subtract from the waterproofing. So as with the side toolboxes, it's all box in a box. So there's a seal the whole way around, so this doesn't add to any of the waterproofing. And again, these are so strong with all the Traytec trays, you can literally stand on it. Not a problem. They're super strong. And we just have the one slide on each side. So I can pop that in, lock it up. So with this 79 series and all 79 utes, we have to have a specific exhaust on the car for it to actually work with the toolboxes. So the Bow Desert 3-inch exhaust works perfectly with our system. A few of the other ones out there, like this one here, it's got a torqued exhaust, 3-inch all the way back. The actual toolboxes, they hit the mount of the exhaust system. So we've designed the box to go all the way to the mount, but if the exhaust overhangs the mount, we have to modify that exhaust. So obviously we're not an exhaust shop, so we're not going to do that. So to get the customer out of the trouble, we've put an infill panel in here. It isn't the right infill panel for this car. We're sending that with the customer so they can get the exhaust tweaked up, so then it's going to be perfect once it's all done. So with this specific build, we've gone for the 75 litre tank. So with the cruisers, we can either go for a 36, 51 or a 75 litre water tank. So we've gone the highest volume. We've actually also opted for a pumped system. So usually there's a gravity fed, but this one here is pumped. So this here, that's the outlet. So as you're driving along, it's completely flush. There's no external handles to break off on the tracks. You grab your plastic bayonet, and it's like a dry brake system. So you put that in, twist it down, and then again, if I turn it on, nothing comes out. I hit the water pump switch. We've got 10 litres per minute coming out at, I think it's 55 PSI. So you can hook up a hose to that and literally wash your own car with your car. So a really neat feature there. But again, it is an optional extra. As standard, they come gravity fed. So to fill the tank, you've got the water filler here. So opposite side to the fuel, it makes it symmetrical. That works is, there's a single breather in there as well, so you can just grab the standard hose, pop it in and full bickies, and it does splash out. So once it's full, there's no return baffle system in there. It is gonna squirt out once she's full. So once you hear it, pull it out. All right, so that's it for the walk around video and also the full build video we've done in the 79 series. Absolute beast of a truck, the most capable four drives out there. They're awesome. So if you've got one, you're in the market for a 79 or another tray canopy package, hit us up, and also make sure you subscribe to this channel because there's going to be more and more videos as we do them, and you're going to want to check them out.